Morning, guys. Mike Patterson. It's Christmas Eve. Anyone that's celebrating Christmas, happy holidays to you and your fam. Quick update on BTC. I don't think that this is done. Yeah, we're expecting a dump within the next maybe 2 to 3 days, give or take, between Christmas and the 27th. We should get some kind of downside. Hopefully, it doesn't pan out from here and it pans out from a lot higher. But I'm still targeting at $53,000. On the low end, hold on. There's this. There you go. On the low one, 51.9, which is going to be roughly about $52,000. You want to put on your EMA, which is going to be 4 hour. Open up your 200 MA and the 200 EMA. I usually like playing the 5 hour. The reason why I like playing the 5 hour is because I've back tested it. 5 hour has a little bit more of a respected tap than the 4 hour. So if going by what I back tested, 5 hour, we're looking at a slack between 52,000 at $53,000. This red box. In there. Let me turn off the TMA band. Doesn't confuse you guys. So I do think when you get another poke up to the top side, I just don't know if we're going to come down first. Before that, we have a lot of flat opens on the downside that are probably going to get filled up. We have a flat open. I don't know where they were, but they were somewhere down here. 46,000. We have another one. Oh, this one got filled. Hold on. Let me see. That might have gotten filled. Let's see if Bitstamp filled it. Oh, I barely missed it. Right, right here. 47.8 and 46.5. They're flat opens. Look at they eventually get filled up. Maybe not today, but keep that in mind. Overall, you see the EMAs. I like playing the 5 hour, keeping that in mind. $52,000 to $51,000, $52,000 to $53,000. Turn off your EMAs, to get rid of this red box. And the most important thing that you should have on your map right now is your high and low, which is going to be your PT range. Monday high, 47.5. Weekly open, 46.6. Any move back down to Monday high for me is a buy. Basically something like along the lines of, hey, this is our breakout. Yeah. Make this gray. That's our breakout. Now, if we do happen to do something along the lines of, say we go down, wick, and go up just to take out this low, I'm long in this, and I'm still targeting up here. And ideally, I told you in the previous video, you want to target, where is it? Somewhere here. There you go. You want to target that 5-day order block. At the blue over here, 53.9 to 57.1. This blue day order block should get tagged before we get a significant dump. Now, do we have to go from here up? No, we could definitely go down first. We could definitely come all the way down here first and then try again to go to the top side and then get rejected and come back down. Right? So I don't know what's going to happen first. I'm not here to predict. I'm being more reactive based on the microstructure. But again, anything in here is short. Anything close to this red line, this trend line is long. That's how I'm playing it right now. There's no change in my theory. I'm still looking to do something along the lines of this. I know everyone is expecting us to, once you get here, the way we did, we go back up here, you reject, which is normal, and then come down here. A lot of people are playing this, and then we start chilling out here. I don't think we're going to get that. But if I do see some kind of bearish pattern at the 52K range, I'll assess. But I can't see that happening yet. So keep in mind, Christmas is here. Holidays are here. Banks are closed. The measured move for the upside is $56,000. I said this to you guys before. So I'm technically not going to go 100% fiat until we get to this level over here. And I still think that regardless of whatever pump we get, or whatever dump we get, rather, even if we do something like this, so come over down here and then go back up, it's going to be a final slap between that 55 and 56K range, right? Like, you have to be very bearish to do a breakout, consolidate, expand, and then just do this. It's very bearish to do this. So even if you have an Elliott wave count that does this, which is fine, assume that after this, you're probably not even going to be able to get back up here. You're going to just probably do a lower high and then just die completely. So this to me is not feasible. I think that even if we go down, we're going to fight support. I'm going to go for one more leg up. Then here, we need to actually start being cautious. Here, this is a problem. This cluster over here is a big problem. And don't forget, guys, I said this before, right? I'll say it again. BTC likes doing this shit in twos, right? So let me do this real quick on the mic before I get into the options. You had your first dump, and then you had your second dump, right? So you had your 2-bar pattern to the top side, right? It's usually what it does. Then you had your first dump, and then you had your second dump, right? First wick got lower load. You had your first dump, and then you had your second dump, right? First wick got lower load. You had your first dump, and then you had your second dump. Understand what I'm saying? It loves doing these double bottoms. So does this mean that we're going to go from here to the top side? No, but there is an absolute high probability that we could potentially come all the way up here. I say I'm going to do that now. Not happening. I'm not talking about doing that now. Hold on. Let me show you. Get another 12 hour. Look at this. Okay. So we have our trapped people here. We never had a retest, and we're chugging along. So first area of, and zoom in complete. First area of, where is this then? Monthly open. Right here, there it is. First area of breakdown is right here. Let's make this black. It's your first area of breakdown. This little cluster over here. So that's going to be the first test. What happens when we get up to $56,000? Do we die? Say we do something like this. Do we die? Or do we come back, make a higher low, and then carry on, right? Again, it all comes down to structure. Not playing structure to structure. I don't care about predicting future moves. So my main concern right now is after we get that slap in that 53 to 56K range, what happens? What happens? Do we higher low or do we lower low? Personally speaking, I think we're going to higher low. But just in general, we don't know that. We can't predict that. We're not sure what's going to happen. If we do happen to higher low and we long, whether it's here, whether it's at 46, whatever the case. No, 46 is too low, man. You don't want to fucking come back down to this. You don't want to come back down here, guys. You do not want to come back down here. This is bearish. If you do come back down here, you're probably going to go a lot lower, like 42, 43. So if you make a higher low from that 53 to 56K range, you want to assume that you're targeting automatically $61,000 on. And the reason why I'm saying that is because, let me close everything. I said this in the chat yesterday. These bears have had such a fucking easy life, all making lower highs and lower lows. We technically never made a liquidity hunt, stop hunt, or a raid at all since the whole dump. So to me, personally speaking, I think it's a shakeout, or it was a shakeout. Yeah, do the high time frame oscillators look like we're 100% bullish? No, not yet. But I'm still thinking that we're eventually going to start flipping micro bull again once we get to over a certain level, right? So I think that these guys all had it easy, and that we're going to go to the top side for liquidity purposes. There's your 3-day box as well. Same thing as the 5-day, right? Similar. See where it is? Same thing. You're not breaking this off the first attempt. It's going to give us a pretty fucking solid rejection. It's also a level over here, right? See this? This is let's just call this your deviation. We can't really close above the 58K range that easily. So another retest of this. And then if we're bearish, consider us going all the way down here, right? That's your 3-day. I'm going to make the 3-day gray. I think the 5-day is a little higher. Where's the 5-day? Yeah. The 5-day is here. Make the 5-day green because it's more important to me. Okay, so you have your 5-day OB, which there's no way this is breaking off the first attempt, right? We only had one wick over here. There's no way it's going to break the second attempt. It's not going to break off the second attempt. And then you have your 3-day mitigation block here. Block here. And then make this 5-day OB. So if you're playing strictly price action, no oscillators, no bullshit, no fib levels, no fucking EMAs and shit like that, it's pretty simple, man. This is exactly what you need to have on your chart. You have your 3-day block on top of you, the OB block on top of you. And then if you reject here and make a lower high, you want to take your Fibonacci extension, measure your move. Do you really target? Do you really use this? I don't. I'm sorry, I can't. It won't. I don't know. Where would you stop? 58,000. Okay, and then you want to target your 1-to-1 extension, which is $38,000. Want to go a little bit lower? Target the middle of the order block. It targets every $36,000. You always want to go to the 1-to-1 extension. So this over here is a very safe bearish scenario. People that are talking about fucking going from here down here, come on, bro. It's not happening. You need to get rejected off from like a really serious high time frame level for you to completely die. So if you want to be bearish, it's fine, but it's kind of, I personally think, again, I don't know what's going to happen, but I think based on my analysis that if you're going to get a lower low, it has to come from a high time frame order block. And that's going to be the 3-day or the 5-day. That's it. That's the way I think. All right. I might be wrong. I might be right. Who knows? We'll see soon enough. If we're bullish, I already told you guys what the bull scenario is. Open up this, and it's going to be something along the lines of. I'll show you why I'm highlighting this here. I think it was a 2-day that had it, right? 2-day. Yeah, it was a 2-day. This. So once you get a 2-day close, which is going to be in 10 hours, if we could pull this off, above here. Once you get a 2-day close above here, it officially becomes a 2-day mitigation block. That means that we're going to be ping-ponging between here and here, until one of these things breaks. So hypothetically speaking, ask yourself this: what happens if this becomes a deviation? Right? What happens if this becomes the deviation, the trap, the fake out? Right? What happens if this becomes this? Do the Aussies match it? I don't know. You tell me. It's a 2-day block. It's a 2-day time frame. You have a 2-day bull div. 2-day bull div. Right. Okay. You have a RSX cross to the top side. Excuse me. Or your weekly. Weekly still needs. No, actually, let me see if the 5 days ready to cross. There you go. 5-day Hongo is active, which means that it's going to cross the weekly. So that means that the weekly should give you a div, which is pretty evident. You have your bull div on your weekly as well. Yeah, guys, I can't be crazy bearish here. I cannot be crazy bearish here. I think that downside is limited, and we're just in the middle of shaking people out for the holidays into a decent rally come Q1. And I really think that the main rejection is going to come from, where is this thing? High low. Right here. This thing up here. Right there. Close area. So something like this. And that'll be your main rejection. Right? So we want to make sure that this order block, this 48K order block holds. So the 48K block over here. So the bad boy. We want to make sure that thing holds because it's technically a clear breakout to the top side. So once you go back to retest it, we want to make sure that holds and goes right back up to 56. Now, if we do happen to lose that, you know what to target. You know what to target, right? This. So this was resistance, right? Order block, resistance, flipped, but we never really hit the support again. So if this thing rolls over and comes back down, it's beautiful because it could bounce here, take out this low, hit the golden pocket, and continue its course to the top side. So I'm not worried, man. Not yet at least. Guys, trade safe. Hope this video helps. Overall, I expect higher. John does have a dump brewing this weekend, so be careful. I don't know if it's going to hit from here, if it's going to hit from a lot higher, or just be careful within the next maybe like 3 days. Cheers.